Hey there, welcome to the Starship Mission Update team. I'm David, your guide to the cosmic frontier. Yesterday, June 17, 2025, SpaceX set Starbase ablaze with a Starship static fire test, and I'm willing to bet this flame could barbecue an entire asteroid. No, seriously, this isn't just a high-tech fireworks show, it's a pivotal step toward getting humans to Mars. Are you ready to dive into what's behind this Raptor blaze? Let's do this. First, let's break down the event. On the morning of June 17th at the Starbase facility in Boca Chica, Texas, SpaceX fired up a single Raptor engine on the Starship. The spacecraft, dubbed the Golden Key to Elon Musk's interplanetary dreams. A static fire test isn't about launching the rocket. Instead, Starship is bolted to the launch pad and the Raptor engine roars to life for a few seconds. But don't let the simplicity fool you. This is a critical checkup, like testing the heartbeat of a cosmic beast before it soars into space. So why is SpaceX doing this? A static fire test lets them stress test the Raptor under brutal conditions, mimicking what it'll face when Starship punches through the atmosphere or performs maneuvers in the vacuum of space. The video SpaceX dropped on X, check it out on their official post, shows the Raptor's iconic blue flame, a sight that's not just gorgeous, but a testament to cutting-edge tech. That flame comes from liquid methane and liquid oxygen mixing and igniting at over 300 bar of pressure. That's like the pressure 3,000 meters under the ocean. Just thinking about that power gives me chills. But hold up, why test just one engine when Starship rocks 6 Raptors? It's a smart move by SpaceX. Instead of testing the whole system at once, they isolate each component to check precision, durability, and performance. Each Raptor pumps out over 230 tons of thrust, double that of a typical jet engine. If one engine fails, the whole ship could be at risk. Think of it like cooking a cosmic feast. You test each ingredient before mixing them, and in this case, the ingredient is the Raptor's blazing fury. Now let's get technical. This test isn't just about lighting a fire and watching it burn. SpaceX is scrutinizing a ton of factors: combustion chamber pressure, fuel pump efficiency, control valve stability, and nozzle heat resistance. The Raptor is a full-flow staged combustion cycle engine. Sounds fancy, but it basically recycles exhaust gases to maximize efficiency, letting Starship achieve massive thrust with minimal fuel. It's one of the most advanced rocket engines ever built, and each test like this generates terabytes of data from sensors embedded in the engine. Here's a cool tidbit. This test was designed to simulate a burn in space, specifically scenarios like orbital adjustments or landing on Mars, where atmospheric pressure is just 1% of Earth's. That means that the Raptor has to perform flawlessly in near-vacuum conditions, and that's why SpaceX is obsessive about every detail. They want Starship to be as precise as a Swiss watch when it launches. But why is this test such a big deal? Let's set the stage. Starship's 9th flight test in May 2025 was a disaster. Both the Super Heavy booster and Starship exploded due to a methane leak in the fuel tanks. That explosion wasn't just a technical failure. It sparked questions about the system's safety. SpaceX hit pause on launches, went back to the drawing board, and upgraded everything from fuel tanks to cooling systems. The June 17th static fire was a make-or-break test to see if those fixes worked. If the Raptor performed perfectly under these harsh conditions, it's a huge sign that SpaceX has tackled the leak issue, a massive leap toward Flight 10. And here's where I throw out a bold prediction. I believe SpaceX isn't just testing a standard Raptor. There's unconfirmed buzz, juicy, right? That they might be trialing an upgraded version, possibly the Raptor 3, with thrust bumped up to 280 tons, a 20% performance boost over the current Raptor 2. If true, that flame we saw yesterday wasn't just a test. It's the first spark of an engine that could take Starship farther, faster, and more efficiently than ever. Picture this: a Raptor 3 could let Starship haul more cargo, slash launch costs, and even speed up plans for a Mars colony. But let's not get too carried away. This test carries some risks. If the Raptor underperforms, Say a valve fails or the combustion chamber overheats, SpaceX might have to delay Flight 10, slated for the coming weeks. After the previous failures, the pressure on the engineering team is sky high. On X, the community's buzzing about this test. Some SpaceX fans call it a game changer, while others worry they're rushing too fast. Me? I think this flame signals progress, but I want your take. Does this test give you confidence that Flight 10 will nail it? Before we wrap this part, let's talk about what makes this test truly special. It's not just about tech, it's about ambition. Every time a Raptor ignites, we're one step closer to humans walking on Mars. That flame isn't just burning fuel, it's burning through humanity's limits. And if you ask me, it's hot enough to melt any doubts about SpaceX. We just explored the Raptor flame that lit up the static fire test on June 17, 2025. And now it's time to dig deeper into the secrets behind that glow. Folks, this isn't just a test. It's where SpaceX confronts past failures, trials new upgrades, and bets big on Flight 10. I'd wager the data from this flame could fill a sci-fi novel. Let's dissect what SpaceX did to fix their mistakes, how they're analyzing this test, and why it could change the game for Starship. First, let's talk data, the beating heart of every SpaceX test. When the Raptor roared for a few seconds on June 17th, hundreds of sensors captured every tiny detail. SpaceX didn't just care if the flame burned, they wanted to know how it burned. Sensors tracked combustion chamber pressure, often exceeding 300 bar, to ensure the Raptor could handle space-level stress. They also monitored the turbopump, a beast that pumps methane and liquid oxygen at thousands of RPMs. If that pump goes out of sync, it could cause vibrations like a race car losing balance at 300 kilometers per hour. Another key focus was the regenerative cooling system. The Raptor hits temperatures up to 3,300 degrees Celsius, hotter than volcanic lava. To keep the engine from melting, SpaceX uses cold fuel, flowing through tiny channels in the nozzle to absorb heat. This test checked if those channels stayed clear and if the nozzle could withstand the heat without deforming. If the cooling system fails, the Raptor could fry in seconds, and that's a no-go when Starship's landing on Mars. But data didn't just come from the engine. SpaceX also analyzed vibrations and sound from the test. Yup, that Raptor flame is as loud as a rock concert. Accelerometers and microphones around the launch pad recorded every shake and sound wave, helping engineers spot anomalies like a stuck valve or a tiny metal crack. These details seem minor, but in aerospace, a small glitch can spell disaster. Now let's get to why this test matters so much. It's SpaceX's shot at fixing past mistakes. Flight 9 in May 2025 was a gut punch. Both the Super Heavy booster and Starship exploded mid-air due to a methane leak in the fuel tanks. That blast didn't just destroy a multi-million-dollar prototype, it raised alarms about system safety. Post-failure, SpaceX scoured debris, ran thousands of simulations, and pinpointed the leak to a faulty fuel pipe and weak insulation. To fix this, SpaceX launched a technical overhaul. They redesigned the fuel system, using tougher stainless steel alloys for pipes and adding advanced polymer insulation to prevent liquid methane leaks. They also upgraded control valves with faster electronic actuators, capable of opening or closing in milliseconds to stop leaks instantly. The June 17th test was the first real-world check of these upgrades under launch-like pressure and heat. If no leaks were detected, it's a sign SpaceX has tackled the biggest issue from flight. Another upgrade targeted Starship's heat shield tiles. In Flight 9, some ceramic tiles detached during re-entry, causing a heat spike that contributed to the explosion. SpaceX revamped over 18,000 tiles, using a new ceramic blend that withstands 1,600 degrees Celsius, and improved mounting systems to keep them secure. While the static fire didn't directly test the tiles, Raptor's vibration and heat data helped SpaceX assess if the tiles could handle engine-induced stress. So, what does this test mean for Flight 10? If the data shows the Raptor ran smoothly, with effective fuel and cooling upgrades, SpaceX could confidently proceed with a launch in the coming weeks. Flight 10 is rumored to be a big leap. I mentioned that bold sea landing prediction in Part 1, and now I'll push it further. I'm betting SpaceX might attempt a precision landing using the Raptor to adjust orbit and touch down on an ocean barge, like Falcon 9 does. If they pull it off, it'll be Starship's first controlled landing, paving the way for fully reusable missions. But here's an even wilder prediction. I think SpaceX is quietly testing new tech in this test, beyond the Raptor 3 I mentioned. They might be integrating an advanced AI control system, using artificial intelligence to optimize Raptor performance in real time. Such a system could auto-adjust fuel flow or combustion pressure, letting Starship react faster to unexpected scenarios, like landing on Mars. There's no hard proof yet, but with SpaceX's innovation pace, I wouldn't be shocked if they're light years ahead. That said, it's not all smooth sailing. If the test data reveals issues, say excessive vibrations or a weak pipe, SpaceX could face delays for Flight 10, FAA scrutiny, and public skepticism. On X, some folks are already questioning if SpaceX is moving too fast, especially after past explosions. But I see it differently. Failure is the cost of innovation, and this Raptor flame proves SpaceX keeps pushing forward. What do you think? Is SpaceX on the right track? Or should they pump the brakes for safety? We've just dissected the Raptor flame and SpaceX's technical upgrades from the June 17, 2025 static fire test. Now let's look to the stars and dream big. Folks, this test isn't just about shooting flames. It's a piece of Elon Musk's wild plan to make humans cosmic nomads, living on Mars, maybe even opening an interplanetary coffee shop. But hold up, not everyone thinks this is a stellar idea. Let's explore SpaceX's vision and the controversies heating up the conversation. First, let's talk vision. Starship isn't just a rocket. It's an interplanetary transport beast, built to haul up to 100 people or hundreds of tons of cargo. The June 17th Raptor test is a tiny step to ensure Starship can take us to Mars, build colonies, and even expand Starlink across the solar system. Picture this, an orbital fuel station by 2028, where Starships gas up to go farther. Or a crewed Mars mission by 2033, with astronauts sipping coffee while watching a red sunrise. SpaceX is ramping up, aiming for 25 Starship launches in 2025, and 100 annually by decade's end. If this static fire test succeeded, it boosts confidence that Starship can handle big missions, from hauling NASA cargo to building moon bases for Artemis. Here's my bold prediction. Within 5 years, Starship will land on the moon, carrying gear for a research outpost, paving the way for Mars. Who wants to bet we'll see a SpaceX flag waving on lunar soil? But not everyone's starry-eyed about Mars. On X, the community's buzzing with debate. Some call SpaceX the torchbearer of the future, but others, like Dr. Sarah Webb in The Conversation, worry about environmental impacts. Frequent launches could pump out greenhouse gases, and debris from failures like Flight 9 could harm oceans. Some even joke that SpaceX is turning the sky into a cosmic junkyard. I say failure's part of progress, but I want your take. Should SpaceX slow down to protect Earth or go full throttle to Mars? And that's our journey through the Raptor flame, from tech to Mars dreams. This test is a small but dazzling step, and I believe SpaceX is rewriting cosmic history. Drop a comment. Will Flight 10 be a smash hit or another fireball? Should SpaceX ease up or race to Mars? Hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell to soar with the Starship Mission Update team. I'm David, and I'll see you among the stars.